So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Action Comics number 300, published in May 1963 with story by Leo Dorfman and art by Jim Mooney. It's Comet, my super horse. Choke. Eating a strange plant has given him amnesia, and he's forgotten he has powers. Now he's spent his life in drudgery as a plow horse. Gulp. How magnificent he was when he was super, and we went on missions together. Short months ago, a startled world learned of the existence of Superhorse, a gallant charger whose superpowers matched those of even mighty Supergirl. Then came the shocking news. Superhorse had lost his memory and forgot that he had superpowers. Will the steed of steel ever regain his superpowers and remember he was Supergirl's friend? For the answer, read The Return of Superhorse. So Linda Lee Danvers is having a dream that she's at a circus, and she sees a horse that looks just like Superhorse. Meanwhile, some jugglers are throwing the pins around, and one of them falls near her, breaks open, and in it is kryptonite, and it turns out it's Luthor. Luthor, I might have known that you'd be behind such a trick. Groan, the pain, I can't stand it. And well, that kryptonite is finishing you off. My gang and I will raid the cashier's office. So long, Supergirl. But Superhorse, who is not Kryptonian, shows up and just kicks the kryptonite away, and she takes off following him, and he smashes the Jeep, and they capture Luthor in her dream. Comet, I was so glad to see you. It's been weeks since we went on a mission together. I thought you had forgotten all about your superpowers. It's good to see you in action once again, but it was just a dream. So her foster father says, thinking about the circus caused that dream, Linda. But there's nothing to worry about. See, the newspaper says today's performance was canceled. So she goes to spy on Superhorse, and it turns out that Superhorse has escaped. He was with the actress Liz Gaynor, but he left. There's been no sign of Comet since he disappeared last week. Frankly, I'm glad to get rid of him. He was acting sort of homesick for his old master, whoever that was. So she goes out to find Comet, and these criminals come up behind him. What rotten luck. We're out of gas and the cops after us for that bank robbery. We're in a real jam. Stacy, couldn't you have stolen a truck with a full gas tank? Don't panic, Grim. That stray horse there gives me an idea. There's a steel tow rope in the truck. I'm going to use it to catch us some transportation. So they're going to just lasso the horse and I guess have him haul the truck. That critter's acting up. I'd better wind this steel cable around the truck bumper. But he starts just yanking the truck. And meanwhile, Comet thinks, wait, I remember now. There's a hidden strength in my limbs. Nothing can hold me. So he forgot he has superpowers, but doesn't seem fazed by the fact that he has human-level intelligence. He snapped that cable as if it were string, but he's trapped himself in the box canyon. Only one horse could have the strength to yank that truck so easily. He must be the great Superhorse we read about in the papers, Supergirl's friend. So they decide they're going to capture Superhorse and use him, or I guess befriend him. Seems like a bad idea. But they come along with a cape that they quickly made. That garment, I remember it dimly. I think I'm supposed to wear it. Perhaps those strangers are my friends after all. And now, Superhorse, we've got a mission for you. You've got to help us to escape some bad guys who are chasing us. Help, yes, I remember now. I'm supposed to help people in time of danger. It's my duty. So they take off with the police behind them, but the police can't keep up with Superhorse's superpowers. Suddenly, I can speed like the wind. Good, now I can help my friends escape from those bad men. And he just goes right up a waterfall. But the criminals just fall right off. Glug, I can't hold on. Glub, glub, we're falling. And so the police catch the criminals. Those two humans, they were cruel. I wonder how he knows that. I'll hide here so I'll be safe from others like him. Meanwhile, Supergirl is out looking for Superhorse. I've used my telescopic and X-ray vision on every canyon and gully in this area, but I can't find Superhorse. He must have streaked away at super speed. No, he just happens to be in a lead mine. And I think you can even see her X-ray vision just bouncing off. A flying human, how strange, and yet that girl looks strangely familiar. He comes across a prairie fire and a child and quickly grabs her up and saves her life. Mommy, Daddy, I was caught in the big fire, but the nice horse saved me. I know, Bonnie. I saw the whole thing. I never saw such a courageous and intelligent animal. I wonder who owns him. He's beautiful. The fire didn't scorch him. It's as if his hide was invulnerable. He has no brand. We'll keep. I guess they never heard of Super Horse. So they just start to use him as a pack animal. There is something wrong. Somehow I know I should be using my mighty strength for more than this. So later on, this enormous eagle, or I guess just an evil bird, looks like an eagle, swoops down and grabs up little Bonnie. So Comet flies up and just boots this ridiculously huge eagle. Great Krypton, a flying stallion attacking an eagle which has stolen a child. It must be Super Horse. It would take a Kryptonian-level intelligence to figure that out. The frightened eagle dropped the little girl, but it's all right, Comet. I've caught her. That flying girl again, but I remember her now. It's my friend Supergirl. Supergirl, it's good to see you. I've been in a mental daze, but now I remember everything. Choke, it's wonderful to see that your memory and telepathic powers are restored. I tried to restore your memory after those lotus blossoms you ate gave you amnesia, but I failed. I guess the shock of seeing me again did the trick. I saw it all, Supergirl. I thought Comet was an ordinary horse until he chased that eagle and saved my Bonnie. He must be your friend Superhorse. Yes, he is. So the Superhorse decides to go through his entire origin, including meeting Circe, accidentally, or she accidentally gives him the wrong formula. Rather than turning him into a man as he wanted, she turns him completely into a horse because he was a centaur, half horse, half man. So to make up for it, she gives him the powers of at least 3 gods. The might of Jove, the speed of Mercury, the wisdom of Athena, at least 4, and the telepathic powers of Neptune. You will have the superpowers of the gods and the immortality as well. But the evil Maldor casts him into a distant star for, 1,000 years or thousands of years, before she is freed, before Superhorse, not she, he, is freed by Supergirl's rocket as she is heading to Earth. Then Byron returned to Earth and lived happily ever after. That was a lovely story, Comet. Chuckle. What Comet told them was the actual story of his origin. Of course they believe it's just a fairy tale. They don't know it was the rocket that brought me to Earth, which helped free him from that magic orb. I don't know why they doubt him. He is a super horse, so he must have some origin. Super Horse hears a telepathic message from Midvale, and it is Lena Thorle. It's my friend Lena Thorle. She has ESP powers. But what's wrong in Midvale? Why is everyone wearing ancient Greek costumes? I'd better check. This is terrible. I donated $5,000 to build that Trojan horse for the historic pageant, but it toppled off the dock, and now it's being washed downstream. It's Supergirl and Superhorse. They came to help us. Swiftly, Supergirl and Comet retrieve the gigantic wooden horse. Hooray for Comet! It took Superhorse to save our Trojan horse. Now we can have our historical pageant. But next moment, Supergirl, there's a message for you on our police radio. Superman calling Supergirl. Have Superhorse report to my fortress at once. I have a vital mission that is too dangerous for you. Only Superhorse can accomplish it. Great Krypton. As Comet responds to the summons, a mission that only you can accomplish. A task that is too dangerous for me. What can it possibly be? Well, if it's anything to do with kryptonite, then that would be the answer. What weird perils, what dangerous adventures, or yellow or red sun, or all sorts of things. What dangerous adventures lie in store for Comet on this mysterious mission ahead? See our next issue.